What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode. Man, I am freaking tired. Yeah, I just did about 13 hours at work. It's about 9 o'clock at night, and I'm recording. You ever have those long days at work? You get home, you go straight to your fragrance cabinet, and you have a certain fragrance that you gravitate to that just is comforting and warming and cozy. It just makes you feel good. Kind of a de-stressor. Well, I do. And it just so happens to be one of the newest fragrances from Navitus Parfums, and it's The Embrace. This is one of the most unique, comforting gourmands I've ever smelled, and I'm excited to talk to you guys about it. So stay tuned. Cue that intro. Welcome back, fragrance family, to another episode of My Two Cents. My name is Brian, and this is the show all about boosting your confidence through the art of fragrance, becoming a lasting scent memory. Real quick, guys, I just want to thank all my subscribers. You guys are freaking awesome, and I'm so blessed to be a part of your fragrance family. If you are new to this channel and this is your first time stopping by, and you like talking about all things related to fragrance, well, then do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that notification bell so that you know when I'm posting new content. Throw me up one of these and drop me some comments down below. I look forward to getting to know you. So today was a stupid long day at work, 13 hours. I just got home, it's 9 o'clock. I'm exhausted, but I couldn't wait to get in front of the camera and talk to you guys because this is actually the perfect fragrance to talk about because it's one of those fragrances that as soon as I get home, I want to spray it on. I desire this fragrance. It's comforting. It's like a warm hug. It's like a warm embrace. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into these embracing whiffs and sniffs. The creative director behind it was Monika, and she is an amazing fragrance reviewer. I'm going to leave in the description down below a link to go check out her channel. Guys, head over there. She's fun, she's bubbly, and she's got an amazing palette for fragrances. So she was the creative director on 2 fragrances with Navitus Parfums. Carte Blanche, which I've already done my full review on. I'll leave that right here so you guys can go check it out. And if you make it through this episode, which I hope you do, it'll also be at the end for you. Now, I love Carte Blanche. The Embrace, this is my favorite. I love gourmands. And this is one of the most unique gourmands I have ever put my nose on. I didn't know what to expect when I first got it. But my first impressions were, wow, this is right up my alley. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I said. And now I've been putting some wear into it. So let's get spraying. Since I'm home and I'm about to go to bed, this is what I'm going to be wearing to bed. So I love the atomizers on Navitus Parfums. They're incredible. Kudos to you, Navitus. So I'm going to leave the note breakdown right here for you. And again, it's not on Fragrantica. I don't know what you guys are doing over there, Fragrantica, but get it together. So the nose behind this is Sidonie Lanchesser. I probably butchered that name, but she has been the nose on so many incredible fragrances. Straight to Heaven by Kilian, Incense Oud, Black Phantom, and also another fragrance reviewers. Ash over at Gents. She did Cognac Cafe. This one right here, this one steals the cake. This is one of the most unique gourmands I've ever smelled. Up top, you get a subtle bitter orange. The one thing that I do get the most of is this sesame oil and almond. Sesame oil reminds me of a freshly baked sesame muffin. It reminds me of my grandmother. Not that it smells old in any way, shape, or form, but my grandmother used to make amazing sesame muffins. And this has this bready sesame oil quality to it. I like that Sidonie and Monika put almond in both of their fragrances. In Carte Blanche, you have grilled almonds. In this, you have a South African almond. This one is more nutty and smooth, like very smooth. As you venture further into the heart, you get this nice raw honey accord. I don't get a whole lot of the coffee absolute, at least on my skin. I think it just adds a little bit of a roasted quality to it. I don't get a whole lot of the coffee. And then in the full dry down, that Madagascar vanilla, the vetiver, which is, again, not really a main player in it. It reminds me more of a little bit of like a patchouli. And then the Virginian cedarwood is just there to balance it out. So you have all those top and heart notes, and they're just sitting on these beautiful, balanced base notes. This fragrance is linear, but it's enthralling. I like that it's linear because I don't want the top to ever go away. I don't want the heart to ever go away. I don't want it to change. I want it to be what it is from the top all the way through. And that is what intrigues me so much about this. Because so many times I'm like, okay, I want this fragrance to go from here to here to here. I want this fragrance to stay just as it is, all the way through. So I was wearing this to a dinner party with a bunch of friends, and one of my friends, as I was saying goodbye, she came over and hugged me. And as soon as she hugged me, she kind of pushed me back and held me by the shoulder, and she looked at me and she goes, "Brian, you smell like desire." I'm like Dunhill desire? She goes, no, like desirable, like edible. And I was like, huh. And I was kind of taken back for a second, because I was like, she initially said, I smell like desire. So I thought about that. I pondered. I stewed on that for a little while. And I realized she was right, because this fragrance is something that I desire. And the name is so suiting because it's embracing. The closer you get to somebody with this on, the closer they want to get to you. It embraces you with this beautiful memory. It's taking me back to one of my favorite people who is no longer with me. Is amazing. And I don't know why that this fragrance does that for me, but this has fallen into a category of gourmands that I've never put my nose on. Because that sesame oil accord is so realistic. I mean, it's like taking some sesame oil, putting some almonds in a saucepan, and sprinkling that sesame oil on top of those almonds, and then just sitting there and letting them glaze over. It's become one of those fragrances for me that when I get home and I've had a long day at work, and I take a shower, and instead of reaching for my just fresh out of the shower fragrances, I want to put this on. This is a perfect fragrance for going out on the town, for special occasions. It's not something I would wear all the time, but when I do, I want to continue smelling myself. I don't really care if anybody gives me compliments while wearing this. I don't really care if I get the attention, because if anything, the fragrance is so intriguing that it gains my attention. It has a beautiful cioch. I get about 3 foot of cioch while wearing this in the first 2 to 3 hours. The longevity is about 8 hours on my skin, but that's my skin and could be different on yours. This is a great fragrance, and it is going in my top 10 gourmand fragrances for this year. That can always change. I think they did a bang-up job of making one of the most unique fragrances I've put my nose on in 2021. So let's go into my ratings. I gave Monika a 10 out of 10 for how I believe that her fragrances represent her reviews. This is going past that. This is going to like 20 out of 10. Because I don't know what they did. They did something magical here. Again, it's the most intriguing gourmand I've smelled in years. And one of the most intriguing ones I have in my collection. I give them a 10 out of 10 on presentation. I think these are a beautiful box, beautiful bottle. It looks great sitting on your shelf. It's hefty, nice metal cap, beautiful atomizer, 10 out of 10. Now fragrance. Man, this is tough. This is tough because I have so many amazing gourmands. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. It's so unique. And there isn't a fragrance that I could tell you that this smells like. The more I wear it, the more I want to wear it more. That's a lot of mores in one sentence. It's unique, it's intriguing, it smells of quality, and it's something to be desired. So that's it, guys. That is my review on the Embrace. I definitely recommend going out there and finding a sample if you can. I don't ever suggest blind buying, but if you were looking for a very unique gourmand fragrance, this is good for men or women. 100% unisex. It's sweet, but not too sweet. It's got depth, but not too much depth. It's soft, but can still hold its weight. It's a great fragrance. Monika, kudos to you. Bang up job on the Embrace. I don't know what to say. I congratulate you again for achieving your dreams. I don't know if you'll ever be able to one-up yourself on the Embrace if you ever do another fragrance with somebody. Because this is, yeah. If you do like gourmands and you want to smell delectable and make a lasting scent memory, I highly suggest the Embrace. That's it for me, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, you're stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.